Hi, Leo. It's going to be your basic general forecast reading from now until the end of the month. Situational read. Let's see where you are with your cycle. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can see when I read for your sign. Hit the like button, please. You can share the videos. If you comment, I'll give you a free hour-long Celtic cross reading. If the messages don't resonate, check your sun and moon sign. Check what was rising in Venus at the moment of your birth. If you're looking specifically for a love message and this doesn't resonate, contact me and I'll give you a personal reading. Universe for Leo after the full moon in Capricorn. How's everybody doing with the retrograde? We're almost finished. It was a doozy. Universe for Leo. For Leo, please. Oops, somebody almost popped out. For Leo. The Emperor in reverse. Oof. What else? Either you or someone close to you is just not being the best of themselves right now. We'll see though. What else for Leo, please? Got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Starting a new job, maybe? Thinking about it? Looking around? Reevaluating? Everyone's reevaluating. Because that's what happens when Mercury goes into retrograde. What else for Leo, please? With the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Oof. Maybe you were not admired for your work. Not given credit for something, maybe. Not taken seriously. I don't know. We'll check it out. What else for Leo? For Leo, please. After the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's here. Queen of Swords. Got an air sign coming into your life? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe? And a final card for Leo, please. And the Fool. But you're starting something new. Okay, this is great. You guys see it? I have a new camera angle. Let's get into it. So right now, Leo, with the Emperor in reverse, what this is telling me is you might feel like parts of your life are not completely in your own control right now. And it's coming through very dramatically for you, Leo, with the Emperor in reverse. You know, it's just a strong major arcana card. When I see it in reverse, I'm like, oof. It took a minute and I really looked at the spread. For Leo, not being the Emperor upright or not being the Emperor in and of itself can be difficult. You're natural born leaders and you like to be in control of your stuff. You're like masters of your own domain. Doesn't mean you don't work well with others or anything like that, but and it doesn't mean that you're control freaks either. It just means you really like to be in control of every part of your life. Right now, for whatever reason, Leo, you might feel like there are some external forces, not necessarily being like an individual or a group of people, are kind of in control of your destiny to a degree. Like rules and regulations might be bogging you down right now. Feeling a little forced into conformity possibly right now, or recently you have felt this way. But the reverse of this card can also mean that you have like an individual that represents like an overshadowy character, someone that takes your power away from you, either willingly or unwillingly. But basically it might mean that like in a work situation, you've stepped down from a higher management position possibly. You've let others kind of control a situation a little bit more. But the overall theme of the card is like a loss of control, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, Leo. You might just feel like you've stepped down from something that you were in a lot of control of, and right now you might not have as much control or as much control as you want. You could be in a place of transition to a degree as well. But you've got this fantastic Page of Pentacles energy right next to you. It often can mean like a promotion or a new job. This is a very earthy energy. Moving through the month, Page of Pentacles is young and fun and fresh. He's looking off to the side, maybe contemplating what the future looks like for you with your pentacles, which are, of course, your coins. But it's also about wanting to just have fun and enjoy earthly pleasures, to a large degree. But what I love about the Page of Pentacles overall is that it's a very grounded card. You're feeling, moving through the rest of the month, Leo, Page of Pentacles tells me you're feeling very, very grounded. And you're pretty fixated on your pentacles right now and really making plans to go somewhere, taking another step with your pentacles. But pentacles is anything that has to do with what we do here on earth, your home life, your home in general, your daily routine, your business and career, education, your finances, and anything you consider currency, and your health as well. So it's about small gains. And a page can kind of mean the herald or a beginning of some kind. In reverse, it's small losses. In upright, it's, some small gains. In a relationship, it can mean you're kind of in an infancy stage of relationships. There's a newness to your life in general, which I'm loving for you, Leo. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I think that you might, in the next week or so, you definitely have this fantastic Page of Pentacles energy, but this Emperor feeling, in reverse, feeling just a little out of control about things, not feeling totally in control. That's sort of further suggested with the Three of Pentacles, and I think it's going to move you into a place of complacency from now until the end of the week. If this is a transition for you in some way, this page, or like stepping down from a position of some kind, even in your own home, like giving the reins over a little bit more to someone else in your home, downsizing, downgrading in any way, even at work. That can be hard for Leo because Leo is the leader of the pack, right? You're the lion, you're in charge, you're ruled by the sun. Leo wants to be emperor in the upright. I mean, look at him. This guy's a badass, right? But I think you're going to move in, sometime between now and the end of the month. You might feel a little stagnant, a little complacent. You might even have like a lack of drive or motivation. Like you'll be a little bored, low drive, low productivity. Also, Three of Pentacles in reverse can mean a little bit of a fear of failure, or that you might be pushing your own limits. Might test your own limits, Leo. And again, external forces may make you feel like you're not qualified, you're unworthy a little bit to a certain degree. This tells me that you may have to prove yourself in a situation. He's in the upright. It's not depicted here in this card, but he's usually a young person. It's the beginnings of something. He is a novice to a degree, but he's also kind of a savant in his abilities, and people really take notice of him. So it could be, worst case scenario, you're not being appreciated for your work, and you're feeling like your talents might be going to waste, or they have gone to waste. But it can also just mean that you're at a stalemate because you're working towards reaching the full potential within yourself. And it's also about just feeling idle. Idle hands and workers add to like anyone around. You might be also surrounded by people that are idle and unmotivated. Unmotivated. And it can also mean in relationships, like they feel like they have not progressed. There's like a routine and a familiarity. and you're wanting this excitement. Just be prepared for that. There's always a lull for everyone. You know, to all things, there is a season. So just try to move through that, Leo. But let's get to this cool Queen of Swords energy. I love this card. This is air energy. Um, Pentacles is Capricorn energy, by the way, and we just had a Capricorn full moon and an eclipse. So it wants you to change, it wants you to grow, it pushes you. And also with the retrograde, lots of reevaluation, and with Mercury, and Mercury retrograde causes you to do a lot of reevaluation. So this feeling of the Three of Pentacles in reverse, Leo, just might be just like, I'm not, is this really what I want? Like, it's these feelings that you may be having. I just want you all to know that all signs are going through that feeling, and it makes us a little sensitive, and communication might be hard too. Or you may do well with your communication with the retrograde and, with Mercury, but you're going to move towards this Queen of Swords energy. I just love her. Could be dealing with an air sign, or Libra. This is a stunning, charming, cool person. And her head rules over her heart. This is an energy that prides itself on logic, but very intelligent and very perceptive. You will either be drawn towards a person, or you yourself will simply embody this divine feminine energy of just dealing with situations with your head first and not your heart. And Leo can be really passionate, so this isn't a bad thing. Social situations, you or another person coming towards you, you'll know them when you see them. They'll be cool, quick-witted, stunning, brilliant, perfect kind of a match for Leo, or perfect for Leo to embody, because Leo is already those things. You're my entertainers, you're performers, you're larger than life. But you're going to embody or come across an energy that's this Queen of Swords energy. Just intelligence radiating from you or another person, drawing in listeners and followers wherever they go. They're very magnetic. And in regards to, like, if it's you embodying it, you're just going to be more logical, you're going to be more witty, you're definitely going to be more intuitive and perceptive, especially in difficult situations, or this person that you're drawing towards you will be. In relationships, if it's a relationship happening, yeah, how can I put it? You'll explore the romance of a relationship with your mind instead of your heart. Doesn't mean cups and heart and passion and fire, and wands won't be involved, but this is an air energy. And like clever games, mentally stimulating activities and conversations coming your way. You'll have these experiences towards the end of the month, which I just love to see. This is such a good reading so far. And then towards the end of the month, something new, a new cycle. The Fool, probably one of the best cards you can draw from the major arcana, because it's the beginning. It's zero. It's the beginning. It's so great. And it's a very free-spirited energy. It's optimistic. It's a new journey. You're seeing the world with fresh eyes. You could be in a whole new place. I'm seeing a move for some of you. And the card always symbolizes the free spirit within yourself. It's always urging you to let go of all the things that hold you back and embrace new ideas and new paths. When the card represents an individual, the person may embody a lot of spontaneity, of refreshing optimism, lightheartedness. And depending on, your own personality, this energy, if it's a person coming toward you or a new situation, it will just be utterly enjoyable. Or if it's you yourself, you'll just start to really look at things with fresh eyes. But it'll be enjoyable all around. Or it could be someone, on occasion, the Fool is someone that is quite literally a fool. They're dreadfully annoying, they're immature, they're not conforming, they're not appropriate. But in terms of a situation, the energy of the card lends itself to kind of Also, a certain kind of nervous tension and even a little bit of an undisciplined attitude. The Fool is great, but the Fool can get out of hand. I mean, we do call him the Fool after all. Pardon me. So, depending on the nature of the situation or the person, you can kind of look at this card as positive or negative. But I always feel good about the Fool. But we'll see. Let's flower for you guys. Under the Emperor, please, for Leo. Under the Emperor. What's under the Emperor? Goodness. Just two. One or two, please. One or two. That's it. Okay. We've got Temperance in reverse and we've got the High Priestess in reverse. Well, definitely feel like if you felt a little bit of a loss of control in any part of your life for whatever reason, what's underneath it is a situation was unfair for you. It just was unbalanced. It didn't bring you completeness. And other cards, I like the way it's represented. It's like a balance between cups and wands. So passion and our passionate motivation and our hearts. And temperance always wants you to be balanced. And wants balance and also fairness. Not quite the judgment card, but he felt like, recently or in the past, there was an imbalance in your life in certain ways. You weren't feeling complete and you weren't able to manifest. The High Priestess is our witch she's our manifester, she and the Magician. So I think as coming into this, the end of this month, you either came from a place or are embodying right now, just feeling like external forces might be controlling your situation. You might have a shitty boss that you don't like. Maybe you're the shitty boss and you're feeling a little thrown off. Maybe that's because you're not feeling balanced, Leo. And also, for whatever reason, you just weren't able to manifest in a situation. It happens. Adulting is tough. Under the Page of Pentacles, please. Under the Page of Pentacles for Leo. Here it is. We've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. A lack of action in some way. What else? This is I've got three here. I've got the Empress in reverse and I've got Death in reverse. So out of the ashes, something has ended for you and you're starting a new cycle somewhere, and you have a lot of hope about it underneath this Page of Pentacles. This warm and endearing energy that's really thinking about his future. And with the Empress in the reverse, again, same with the Emperor in reverse. Someone or something, you just might have felt kind of cut off, Leo. It could be a past partner, a relationship that you held in high regard, that just didn't work out to a degree, and there was a lack of action on your part as well. But the Knight of Swords can also represent, if it's a person, it's kind of a recklessness. There's a recklessness to the energy. It can be kind of secretive, can be kind of underhanded, unreliable. Like perhaps if this is job related, where you were before just wasn't as reliable, or a person was not reliable for you, and you were frustrated, not able to. Sorry, my allergies are bad, you guys. Like you weren't able to achieve your goals in that past career or where you had been prior. Relationships, it's the card always in reverse warns of like another person taking you for a ride, a false image, someone trying to dazzle you when they had no business. And I think also with the Empress, what's led you to maybe reevaluate and start something new, or make a bit of a change, or just focus on your pentacles in a new way, is that, the Empress in reverse is like a creative block. And it's almost like self-inflicted, like you gave something a go and it just didn't work out. It could be, if it's an individual person, it embodies someone that's kind of lost in their own self-wilderness, self-pity, self-harm, This person does not grow. They often have emotional problems. But in a situation, the card is about a hindrance of creative flow. And again, relationships, frigidity, sex without love. Could also be like unwanted pregnancies or abortions. In terms of material wealth, like forecasts like poverty and financial difficulty, which might be what, led you to this sort of Page of Pentacles moment where you felt like you might have wanted to try something new, which, makes sense to me now. And because it's all about trying something new. And you definitely, this death in reverse, something, a cycle ended and a new one began, and you're rising out of the ashes, which is great. Under the Three of Pentacles, please, universe. What's under the Three of Pentacles for Leo, please? Oh, we've got two here. Yep, even more. I'm feeling like this is like a major job change or just a reevaluation or reassessing, trying to look at something from a new way. So maybe if it's job, Three of Cups was in reverse. If it's career or home life, it just wasn't bringing you the joy that you wanted. Group activities, look at these happy gals. Three of Cups in reverse is all those things gone wrong. But that's a pretty dramatic way of putting it, although Leo can be very dramatic. So you might all be feeling this very dramatically. Maybe you've had less group activity, you felt separated from friends, fallen out of favor with a circle of friends or lost touch, feeling disconnected. If it's work, you just did not love your coworkers. And then also, you may have experienced some kind of a drought in career or home. Five of Pentacles can quite literally mean destitution, homelessness, tight on funds, being left out in the cold, being hurt if it's a relationship, or that your home just wasn't quite what you needed. And Five of Pentacles is also still like a lack of resources, this stagnant energy. Maybe things are good with the Page of Pentacles, but you're going to experience some stagnancy and complacency around you, or you're going to embody it from now till the end of the month. And this further suggests it. But Five of Pentacles in reverse means that you're hopeful that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And there usually is, which is good. Again, not the greatest, but nothing is perfect, okay? Under the Queen of Swords. Under the Queen of Swords for Leo, please. Get a card to jump. We have got, we've got the Knave of Cups in reverse, which is the Page of Cups. Well, this is the fiery air energy. This could be a new boss, could be a lover, could be your current partner, could be you or another person in your life. Really feeling like you need to stay in your head. You don't want to be in your heart. If this is you, you're feeling like, all right, I really got to focus here. I've got a lot of pentacle stuff going on. I'm feeling a little out of control. And reevaluation of work even, or my role in my home life. Letting go, stepping down from something, and you're really feeling the need, Leo, to embody this air energy of using your head to make decisions and not willing to pour your cups, your emotions into anything that you don't think is logically right for you. If it's a person, this person might just have a hard time manifesting love for you initially. I feel like if it's a person, it's an air sign, or you're embodying that energy, having a hard time pouring love into something right away. The Page of Cups is the Romeo card. It could also mean a person that's kind of full of shit, possibly. But I think if it's another person, it's just they're being a classic air sign and a little shy about the love right away. Or it's you. It's you embodying this energy. What else next to the Page of Cups for Leo. Let's see, these two want to come out. So we've got the Lovers and we've got the World in reverse. Wow. So you or someone else may be tying up some loose ends with something close to the end of a cycle, but not quite there yet. It can also feel like a completion, like, this very, how can I put it? If it's a relationship or a person, you might feel like you can see the world with them and be the world with them and you want to finish out the rest of your life with them. It might be a job or a home that you've just moved into and you want to spend the rest of your life there, possibly, but you're not quite sure. It's in reverse, but I've got the Lovers here, and that means there is love here. Even if you, Leo, feel like you need to embody this air energy, or it's someone else coming towards you towards the end of the month, there is love. This is like a twin flame connection, kind of, almost. Lovers. Or you want to love something, but you need to pull back a little bit. Not quite sure if it's just the thing yet. You don't really want to rush into anything. I mean, I see a Pentacles here, or a Page here. So Page can be a little immature, young, rushy kind of. Page of Pentacles can also be a child for you too, by the way, or one of your children. So under the Fool for Leo. Under the Fool for Leo. Yeah. Come on, you gonna jump? No. Oh, we've got two here. So what's led you to this new place is you came to some realizations about some things that weren't working for you, that were restricting you, that were even hurting you, holding you back. You've woken up from a nightmare in some way in the past. If this is about relationships, what fuels you now to have any situation that you're in with your home, with your love life, with any part of your life, with your career, you're feeling like your eyes are wide open to something now that might have really hurt you. In the past, you may have been involved in some negative, bad cycles. I'm seeing relationships, pain in some way, or a situation that was painful. You might have come to some realizations about something. And it really put you in a place, Leo, where you really felt like you had to focus on balancing. Also could mean like juggling two jobs, work and home, and doing it well, but that ability but the juggling for so long, it can be a little overwhelming. Even in the upright, it's a lot. Oh, and he's standing on one foot. If you do that long enough, it can stress you out. Emotionally, even, especially if you were forced to do this. Like, I have to work two jobs, I have to juggle work and home, I have to meet all these crazy deadlines. Typically this card, the person is juggling, the balls are up in the air and they're doing it well, but for whatever reason, Leo, all the juggling you did, you might not have had to do it, and you might have had a moment where you're like, hey, wait a minute, like, she's waking up from a nightmare. But it also could mean that you might be in a little bit of denial about something. Like, this new venture might have been forced upon some of you. You're not quite sure you want to do it. You don't want to be immature, but you're thinking about it. You're thinking about this new cycle with the Fool for sure. And it's because you're having to face some stuff and all the juggling you're doing. And Leo, for what it's worth, one of your shadow aspects is that you often have a hard time facing some things. Overall, underneath, your card was the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I love this energy. Earthy energy, Virgo energy. This is a very warm, caring individual, very giving. It's a very mothering feeling, endless supply of love, an embodiment of the Pentacles. I think towards the end of the month, you're going to feel really good about all your pentacles, or you have an energy coming into your life, or you're about to embark upon a situation with work even that makes you feel like this gal. And that's good. I love that. But then also we have the Page of Swords in reverse up here, a little concerned about action. Now, I saw him in reverse somewhere else down here too. Just not quite ready to act, you know, not quite ready to start something new and take action on something. It's okay to be apprehensive. I'm going to do a part 2 video, Leo. Please move to the next video and I will give you your guidance messages from the archangels and solar system.